A woman entered a grave, lying beside the corpse. She asked her brother to seal it with planks. After sealing, she turned on her camera to film any changes inside the grave. An Indonesian legend claims the wicked are tortured in graves. The corpse was a notorious sinner. She aimed to disprove this legend by documenting what happens in the grave. At midnight, the corpse suddenly sat up straight, making a sound. 10 years ago, Hita's parents owned a bakery. One day, a strange coughing man visited. The brother gave him water. The man blessed them and gave him a cassette tape. He warned the brother not to go outside, saying it was dangerous. After he left, Hita saw him steal cash from the register. He was a homeless man. Hita told her family. Her parents chased after him. Then an explosion occurred outside. The blast caused many casualties, including Hita's parents. Police revealed the tape man was responsible for the explosion. After giving statements, Hita rushed out of the police station. At home, she suggested the explosion's cause might be on the tape. They played it, hearing horrific screams as if someone was being tortured. As orphans, Hita and her brother were sent to a religious school. Hita hated it there. Everyone was religious, like her parents' killer. In religion class, the teacher said sinners and non-believers would face cruel torture in their graves after death. This didn't make Hita religious. Instead, she wanted to disprove grave torture and challenge religious beliefs. Wanting to escape, she called her brother and went to the unguarded forest. There was a tunnel in the woods, said to connect to the outside world. The siblings entered, but halfway through, breathing became difficult. Not only that, they got separated at some point. Hita searched nervously and heard a boy crying, huddled in a corner. "Hita, Papa!" She panicked and fled, finding her brother and teachers waiting outside. Back at school, Hita suddenly asked the teacher, "Who is Ismail?" The teacher's face changed, refusing to answer as if hiding a secret. Hita didn't ask more, but that evening she overheard teachers discussing Ismail's secret. The school sponsor, Old Wa, was a well-dressed beast who often assaulted little boys. Ismail was one of the children he had played with to death. Old Wa's next target was Hita's younger brother. Hita rushed to find her brother, but he was already imprisoned. She tried to rescue him but was stopped by guards. She was also locked up. To escape, Hita used a scarf to pry open a wooden plank sealing the window. She climbed out and reached the road leading away from school, seeing the car that took her brother. Hita smashed the car window, lured out the driver, rescued her brother, and fled to the unguarded tunnel. Though the tunnel was haunted, it was their only escape. They gritted their teeth and pressed on, finally breaking free at dawn. 10 years later, grown-up Hita worked as a nurse in a nursing home. For a decade, she obsessed over disproving the belief that sinners face punishment in their graves, aiming to weaken religious faith. After 10 years, she found her target, an old man who had abused many young boys. The old man's children, being unfilial, had abandoned him at Hita's nursing home. Hita approached the old man, revealing his crimes when they were alone. Initially shocked, the old man felt remorse. In his twilight years, he felt ashamed of his past sins. He confessed everything. Learning of Hita's plan to disprove grave torture, he chose to help by taking his own life. After his death, his children only fought over inheritance, leaving the funeral to the nursing home. Perfect for Hita's plan. During the burial, Hita hid in the grave with a camera to film any post-death torture. While her brother kept watch outside, a black snake slithered into the grave unnoticed. Neither sibling saw the snake, nor did the camera capture it. Hita spent the night in the grave, finding no evidence the next day. This convinced Hita that grave torture was a myth, and religious beliefs were merely fabricated stories. Later, Hita shared her experience on TV, using it to debunk the concepts of grave torture and religious faith.